Retirement is such a hot topic. So many women in our community are in this transition to a world of retirement, whether you redefine that as being part-time work or doing counseling or doing some kind of mentoring or whatever. Retirement doesn't mean the same as it did for our parents and grandparents, where there was a set age where you retired and you actually decided that was it. You got the gold watch or whatever it was you were given at the end of your 30 years of service, and you retired and you went into a lifestyle of, perhaps crafting or hobbies, or maybe you didn't even live that long because, that retirement age has, remained the same, and we've gone on to live 20, 30 years beyond it. So it's a really, powerful conversation for a lot of people. And, I'm one of the people that I honestly don't think I will ever retire, in the sense that I will never give up work. I actually enjoy what I do here at 60andme. I hardly call it a job, it is my life. But, and maybe some of you are in similar situations. I know a lot of women in our community were in caring roles, nursing, teaching, speech therapy, social work. It just seemed the kind of work that we went into when we were in our graduating from college in the 70s. And so, a lot of people are still doing those things that they love. And I'm not calling it retirement anymore, but are you thinking about it? Are you thinking about it's time? It's time to stop this working routine, going into something a little bit different. Now, that doesn't mean, of course, that you can't continue, doing your hobbies and working and selling your own stuff and being an entrepreneur. That's not retirement, in my opinion. That's not, that's actually, changing the values, changing the activities. But if you are thinking about retirement, are you emotionally ready? And I think there's some things, one of our bloggers, Marcia Smalley, wrote this article about retirement, and, this whole word that just hangs over us is as if we have to make some big decision when we're in our 60s. And if you are thinking about retiring, you're giving yourself some time, like I'm going to retire in, a year or 2 years or whatever. And I know a lot of you are. Are you ready? What's your plan? It's really interesting. I just recently joined a Facebook group of retired women because I realized I actually don't know that many women who are retired. And so I went and joined the Facebook group to really have a chat with people and just meet other women who were retired and actually declared retired. Like, I am retired. I am now going to travel. I am now going to look after my grandkids. I am now going to decide what on earth I'm going to do. You'd be so surprised the number of people that are, writing on this Facebook group. I have no idea. Did I make the right decision? Do I really want to retire? And so I think that, even if you've made that statement part of your vocabulary, it doesn't mean that you're ready for it. So basically, Marcia talks about things like, when you make that decision to retire, rely on what that you've been through a lot of change in your life. You know that if you make a decision in one direction, you could always turn the wheel. You can always pivot, as they say these days, back another direction. Look at the skills that you've developed. And, if you want to continue working in some kind of a role or position that is not something that you always did, just rely on the knowledge of how you've managed with change, how you've managed with stressful situations, and rely on those qualities now. You're a different person, and the things that you might want to do in, quote, retirement may be a completely different thing. Make, it's just to make some lists, like the things in life that you're really enjoying right now and the things that you're not enjoying so much. And I think if there's one thing that retirement can give you the opportunity to do, it's to, maybe not totally erase that list of things that you don't want to do, but actually cut back on the things that, you really didn't want to do. You don't want to be the chairman of this group, or you really don't want to be doing that activity anymore, or helping in this way or that way. You now have decided that your real values, the things that you love about your life right now, are the ones that are going to take priority. And whether you're retired formally or not, this is the opportunity to start doing those things. And then when you are at the point where you want to retire or give up the working mode altogether, you are doing only the things that you love. You don't have to struggle with that letting go. Find your friends. This is something that Marcia talks about, and we've talked about it so often here on 60andme, that one thing that really will pull you through a challenging transition like retirement is to have other women that are doing the same thing. Reach out. Remember the phone or text message if you need to, but remember that you've got ways of connecting with people. I'll mention briefly our Patreon group because it's just turned into something so magical for friendships, in my opinion. We have a Patreon supporters group here at 60andme, and people can contribute to the support of the company because we don't actually charge for any of this content that we do. Anywho, on the Patreon group, we get together for live meetings, and people are just like, it's like coming in a desert and finding this, like this fountain of refreshing water, that women are there talking about things that are on their minds and making friends, and they're actually getting together. And we've got people that have cruised together, they're having coffees together, they're just there in an unconditional way. So friendships are totally, totally important, and I would encourage you to make that a priority in your life for sure. Another thing is downsizing, letting things go, letting people go that aren't serving you in a positive way, but also letting things go. And that, of course, includes people. But it's a time in retirement to be, well, for me anyway, maybe I'm just always talking about myself, that's just me, but to be agile, to be flexible, to be movable. And, well, for one thing, not to leave a bunch of stuff for someone else to have to deal with, but to actually have my things in a place I know where they are, although I don't always do that. Oh dear, this morning I was trying to find something that I had just put together yesterday, and then it was gone. I was like, where did I put it? Then I thought to myself, oh, you put it somewhere safe, Margaret. So where are the safe places that you might have put it? I found it. But it was just typical. But anyway, the point is, let things go so that you know where everything is and that you only have what you love in your life. And, there's no right way to do this because I have a website that I started years ago called Learn to Simplify. I don't know whether anybody knows about that website. I started it about 4 years ago because I was downsizing and I wanted to share my journey. So I did this website, learntosimplify.com. Go check it out. It's fun. And there's a Facebook group as well, I think. Anyway, it's all part of my downsizing exercise and having this ceremonial release of trash bags and donation bags. And I think it's made a big difference in my life. I have a different perspective on stuff. Don't spend as much, don't buy as much. And I'm saving, I'm investing for the future now, not buying more things. The last thing one of the last things she talks about is to dream. Still dream. Think about the places you want to travel, the things you want to do. That's what retirement is all about. It's not about feeling empty and, without a job and without the camaraderie of friends and colleagues. It's about doing the things that you want to do. So where are the 5 places on this beautiful planet that you would like to visit? Could be around the corner, could be next town or next state. It doesn't have to be, far away. But just look at yourself and say, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? What are your priorities? What are the acts of kindness that you want to do in your life? How can you make a contribution? How can you give back to someone? And I have got a sore throat today, and I don't know why. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. I think I talk too much. Anyway, that feels better. So have a great day wherever you are, everybody. Let us know what you're up to in your retirement. Have you done the emotional planning that you need to do that's going to help it be the most amazingly beautiful time of your life, and the most, not necessarily beautiful, because there'll be dark moments too where you'll be reflecting, and that's what it's all about as we round out this amazing journey we've had spinning around the planet. And I hope that you are well. Please join our Patreon group if you'd like to. I would love to have you there. And if you would like to like this video, so our friends at YouTube will share it around the world, that would be awesome. I think I've only got a few hundred left now of people that to make it to the big 200,000 women all around the world. And considering that on YouTube, 50 plus women only represent like 4% or something crazy like that, it's a big group of people. We represent a large group, and that's wonderful. So have a fabulous day, everybody. Stay safe and strong, and know that you're loved. And I really do hope that you are merging into this new phase of your life with grace and joy and bliss. Enjoy it all. Take really good care.